Hello everybody and welcome back to the moshix mainframe channel. This is moshix, and today I'm here to offer you a special goodie. I know there's quite a number of people, and I get confirmation of this all the time in the mailing list, as well as by comments and messages and emails I get, that there's a bunch of people who would like to be able to access an MVS system and do some programming or just explore or getting to know, but they don't want to have the hassle of setting it up and running it. I have plenty of videos in this channel where I explain how to set up TK4 MVS either on Windows or on Linux, how to get data in and out, how to get stuff done. But a lot of people don't want to bother with the setup, they just want to access it. And I understand keeping an MVS system up and running is kind of a task, even though a lot of it is automated in TK4, but still there's some stuff you need to do, and then you have to back it up, you have to shut it down gracefully. And some people just want to have a TSO login so they can access the screen like the one we see here and start playing. And so what I'm doing here is, out of my own pocket, I set up a Linux instance in the Google Cloud, and there I installed TSO MVS 3.8 TK4 in the latest update 8, as you can see here, and that is accessible to everyone and everybody who wants to have a logon screen. They can send me an email. The email is going to be listed below this video, but it's I'll just follow the instructions. Send me an email and say, you know, your real name, a little bit about yourself, then why you would like to have a TSO logon, what is it you want to do, and then your preferred logon ID, your logon screen name, and your password, and then you can log in, and I'll create you an account, and you can have that account as long as you behave, and you can play with it, and this will always be up and running. This MVS system that you see here is going to be up 24 hours a day, the whole year round. There's automatic backups and everything, and so the Google Cloud is very, very reliable. So I'll make this available to anybody who wants to have an account. Now, some ground rules. Number one, spool, because that's the one thing that can bring a whole system down. So when you print out, when you run a job, you can either print out, obviously, by class A to the printer, and the printer goes into a file, and I'm not going to send people any output that goes into a printer. So if you want to have output that you want to look at, put it in the spool data set, in the Just2 spool, such as the one I have here. But every 24 hours I'll clean the spool, so any job that is older than 24 hours will disappear once a day, and so only fresh stuff will stay in the spool, because I don't want the spool to fill up and then bad things will start to happen. So that's one. Number two, make sure to limit the execution time of your job. You would do that, I don't need to teach you JCL. You would do it by coding a time parameter here. Time equals let's say 0, 1, 0, 0, so 1 minute. Sorry, 0. So that would be 10 seconds in this case, and in 10 seconds you can run a lot of stuff on MVS, because if you have a loop, at least it's going to get terminated. If I see jobs that are looping, of course I will cancel them, but be responsible. Put in all the necessary precautions not to have loops, especially ones that have a print statement in it, so that it will fill up the spool within very few seconds. Be responsible. Don't delete other people's stuff, even though we have RecF protection. There's a little bit of protection, but don't do things you wouldn't want other people to do to your own system. Let's keep it up and running. Let's be a good and nice community to each other. I'm paying out of the pocket, my own pocket, for the system. So if there is irresponsible behavior, if there is bad behavior, if there is careless behavior, I will of course suspend the account until we can find out what happened. But I want this to be a sandbox to play. You can have your own account, your own data set, you can write stuff. We will put up kicks on the system, as well as many of the other goodies I've shown or developed over the last year and a half on the moshix mainframe channel. So there's going to be lots of additional goodies that are not in the standard TK4 and which are sometimes a little difficult to install, such as the updated Pascal compiler. I will put up the kicks compatible system, and some other the assist assembler and some other stuff. It's all there, and you're welcome to use it as much as you want. This is a fast machine. It runs at about 100 MIPS, so this is a very performing machine. But let's keep it nice, let's keep it clean, let's keep it up and running, and let's be considerate of each other. If you have any questions on how to access, then let me know. But just so you know, there's a link called moshix.dyno.net, as you can see here, moshix.dyno.net, and the port is 3270. I will put up a notice in the video as we say that, and I'll also link in the description below this video again to the host and the port number. You need to set both. moshix.dyno.net, and the port is 3270. Don't forget 3270. And but before that, you need to apply for an account. We'll of course grant to each and everyone an account, no discrimination whatsoever, as long as you all behave. And I think it's going to be interesting to keep the system up and running to see, to see to what limit can we take it. I assume it's going to be quite a few accounts. Wouldn't be surprised if there's going to be a few hundred accounts that eventually going to be on this machine. And that for me is interesting, because on a machine with 16 megabytes of RAM, I think we can run several hundred users, and it will be interesting to see how we keep this machine up and running, the operational aspects of it. Also, I intend to select 1 or 2 people to be system programmers along with me to do the maintenance on the system once we establish a little bit of trust, so that I know that it's not only me alone who's got to do all the work, but there's going to be 1 or 2 other people managing the MVS instance, and also I will select 1 or 2 people to manage the underlying Linux underneath in case directories fill up or space fills up, or we need to do a backup or restore a backup or some stuff like that. So there's going to be a team of people eventually cooperating and making this service for free to the mainframe community at large, or anybody who wants to do some mainframe exploration or programming or get to know or learning or studying, whatever it is. Just remember, clean up the spool space after you finish working, and don't fill up the spool space, and don't fill up the storage on the system. I will monitor what's going on, and if I see bad behavior, I will immediately suspend users. But this doesn't have to be negative. Let's keep it nice and clean and have fun, all of us together. Of course, the community is also interacting very actively on the Discord channel, which I link to in the description below this video, as well as on the moshix Facebook page, where we can also have more interactive communication between all of us, and there's people there all the time, which is also a great place if you have any questions or problems in using this MVS system. Go there, leave a message there, or in the comments below this video, whatever you choose. But there's several ways for all of us to interact with each other. So let's make use of all of that. If you haven't subscribed to the moshix mainframe channel, please consider subscribing now. If you like this particular video, and in fact if you like the idea of a managed MVS instance in the cloud for all of you to access, then please leave a thumbs up, press on the thumbs up button, and thank you very much, and see you soon. Bye bye.